Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights. South Louisiana Bank, it's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. Alford and Associates, for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality. All right, we are back, and we are joined in Lafourche Parish by Captain Brennan Mathern of the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Department. And Captain, always good to see you. How are you, sir?
Doing good, Martin. Good to see you too.
Yeah, another tough, I guess, few days in Lafourche Parish, and of course we're seeing the escalation of this across the country and across our communities as well. But let me let you talk about 3 different incidents that took place, and I'll give you the floor.
Yeah, I mean, the most notable of which occurred Thursday night, but we had a series of 3 different shootings, and we'll start on the Thursday night where we had 2 separate incidents. The first incident occurred in Raceland right around 8:30 p.m. in the 200 block of Market Street. We received several 911 calls of shots fired. In that case, we found that 3 vehicles and a residence had been hit by gunfire. There was no reported injuries in that case. We're obviously still investigating it. The more significant incident happened in Thibodaux around Orange Grove Square. That's around the 1400 block. You see some of the housing there. Thibodaux Police Department also responded. Ultimately, 4 people were shot and sent to the hospital. One went to a local hospital. 3 others were treated and taken to University Hospital, all with gunshot wounds. So a total of 4 individuals shot. And in that particular case, it looks like a fight had broken out. And during the fight, guns were pulled and shots were fired. So we're continuing to investigate those 2 incidents as they unfold. Obviously, in the situation with the Thibodaux shooting with 4 individuals shot, obviously, we're investigating those that had been shot, as well as talking to eyewitnesses who saw what occurred. And then again, we have another incident that occurred Sunday night. This one, again, in Raceland. This one happened on St. Louis Street in Raceland on Sunday evening. We believe it occurred around the 200 block of St. Louis Street in Raceland on Sunday. Again, just like the first incident, on Thursday, there were no reported injuries in the shooting. We did find that 1 vehicle was damaged in the incident. So unfortunately, we've seen now 3 shooting incidents in the last few days here in Lafourche Parish. And thankfully, we've had no casualties from these shooting incidents, and only 1 of them resulted in injuries, but 4 people injured in that 1 shooting in Thibodaux. So just an unfortunate series of events, but our detectives are continuing to investigate. Now, in this most recent incident that occurred on Sunday night on St. Louis Street, we do have 1 person in custody that we're questioning in reference to it. But as you just saw on the screen there, we are taking tips at Bayou Region Crime Stoppers is assisting us by funneling information through us through anonymous sources. So you can call Crime Stoppers rather at 1-800-743-7433 to submit a tip. You can also go to the Crime Stoppers website. That's crimestoppersbr.org. That's the Crime Stoppers Bayou Region website. Or you can use the Crime Stoppers Bayou Tips mobile app, which is the most popular way for people to send in information to Crime Stoppers, which then gets sent to law enforcement. And again, you can remain anonymous and receive up to $1,000 in reward if information that you give leads to an arrest.
Let me ask you, Captain, because we've talked about this many times, yourself and I, and any one thing that sort of gives you clear indication of what the shootings are about? Are we talking about people, once again, don't count to 10 and do the cool-off thing that we preach so much? They want to settle it with the guns, it seems.
You're right. We've talked about this before, certainly with the fight in Thibodaux. Look, anytime you're armed with a weapon and you're getting into any type of altercation, that's always a potential recipe for disaster. And so obviously that's what we've learned happened in that Thibodaux incident. You had an altercation with individuals with firearms, and it led to a shooting once things got heated. As far as the two incidents in Raceland, we're still investigating those, but we don't have a clear motive on either of those situations yet. But we're continuing to investigate. And, I think the fact remains that when you look at these incidents, I think what we'll come to find is what we've come to find in most cases is that the individuals knew each other, and that those individuals, this is not random acts of violence, random crimes of violence. These are typically incidents like all the others in Lafourche where the individuals knew each other, had some type of ongoing problems, and led to a shooting.
And I know y'all rely on the public, but some people think their information is insignificant. But again, we stress that the information they provide you might be the one lead you're looking for that maybe solves the case.
It's amazing to watch these detectives work and to see what, I once seen that a discarded piece of litter, just a cup from a convenience store, broke open a murder case at one point. So the most insignificant minor detail that you think you have, if it's in anything that you can possibly offer to these detectives to help in these situations, I promise you it's more helpful than you probably even realize. Like you said, Martin, sometimes it just takes the smallest piece of information to help finish that puzzle, put the pieces together so that we can make that arrest.
All right. Once again, Captain Brendan Mathern, thank you. We appreciate you always joining us. I've watched you grow in your career. You do a great job. We thank you, and thank the sheriff as well for being so transparent. And we'll see you on the next time around, hopefully a little better circumstance.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Martin. Thanks so much for the time.
All right. Thank you. All right. There you have it, Captain Brendan Mathern. We'll take a short break. A lot more on Bayou Time. Don't go away. Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights. South Louisiana Bank, it's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. Alford and Associates, for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.